Non-violence. Ahimsa in the yoga tradition. In the yoga tradition, actually, there are 8 limbs to yoga. So what we usually associate with the yoga these days is the physical aspects, the postures mainly, maybe the breathing, maybe meditation, but there are in fact 8 limbs. 8 limbs, not 8 steps, but 8 limbs. They radiate from yourself, from your higher self. And of the first 2 limbs, and please stay with me towards the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about non-violence. The first 2 limbs are the Yama and the Niyama. Now, of the Yama, these are sort of the ways you approach yourself, the way you integrate with the world, the people around you. But the first principle of the Yamas is Ahimsa, which is non-harming, non-violence. So the way you live your life, the way you move through your life, and the way you live by your own principles, if you like, that's going to influence your state of mind. So it was recognised thousands of years ago that the way that you act, the way you move through your life, will take you away from a peaceful state of mind. It veils the love which resides within us all. There's an infinite ocean of love in us all, and we guard that, we fold our arms, we protect that in a way. Love doesn't need to be protected. Love is love. It's infinite. And so the way you live your life, so if you're living in a certain way, I've not always been like this, I have to say. I used to be very short-tempered, and I can sit here today talking about non-violence, and you might see me as whatever persona you perceive me to be, but I've not always been like this. I remember growing up showered with love by my mum and dad, but it was quite a tough upbringing, some of the areas that we lived in, so I had to fight. When I tell my kids these days, they can't believe it. But yeah, I can remember living in environments where I had to fight, or I felt I had to fight. So I know about violence. And it impacts on you. Of course, you need to defend yourself sometimes, or other people. But ultimately, if you can resolve something without the use of violence, not only will that influence the world around you that you live in, but yourself as well. So ahimsa, it's not just meaning non-violence, non-harm. It's the opposite of violence and harm, and that's love, the promotion of love. So instead of the violent acts in your life, in the world, can't we share some more of the love? Can't we reveal that love which lies deep within us all? And it's not just in your actions, it's the way that you live. And look, I'm sitting here now. I'm not telling you how to live. You question everything. Question everything. Move as you feel to be moved. You can have ideas, you can read about things, you can hear things, but ultimately you make your own mind up. You live your own life. So I can sit here talking about non-violence, the way it impacts upon the world, upon my life. Take, for instance, what you eat. I'm a vegetarian. These days, didn't used to be. In fact, I remember a time when I used to eat my own chickens. I used to raise chickens for eggs, and then there was too many chickens. What do you do with the chickens? So I thought it's only fair to the life that I've sort of propagated, a group from the eggs to the chicks to the chickens. So it's only fair to respect that chicken. I couldn't keep too many, and so I ate them, and it was all right for a bit, but I don't know, it didn't sit well with me. Not just eating the chicken, you got to run after the chicken, you got to catch the chicken, you got to kill the chicken, pluck the chicken, gut the chicken, and I found that the violence the killing, the dismemberment. It took the pleasure of eating the chicken's flesh away from me. So there's one instance in my life. So by removing, killing the chickens, keeping the chickens, I found a little bit more peace and harmony in my life. So ahimsa, non-harming, non-violence. It can even be a thought. We have a knee-jerk reaction. Somebody hurts us, there's a knee-jerk reaction to hurt them back. And you didn't ask for that knee-jerk reaction. You didn't ask for those thoughts or that anger, those feelings, those emotions. But you know, and I've found this through my practice, there's a short space between experiencing a thought and emotion to then reacting to it. And in that short space, you can use your wisdom. Do I really need to react in such a way? Or is there another way? Is there a way that doesn't create more harm, more violence? Is there a middle ground? Is there something or some way where you respond to that thought, that feeling and emotion, but without the violence? The way that I practice, and I'm sharing I'm sharing with you my own practice, my own thoughts, my own feelings, because it's worked for me. It's taken me to where I am in my life. I get sickened by what happens in the world. I feel it gut-wrenchingly. I despair. My heart, it breaks, sorrow for the suffering. And also, yes, I feel moments of anger in the moment. But I can be aware of that. I can witness that feeling, that emotion. And it's usually within one or two breaths, that anger subsides. And I can reason. I can find maybe a solution that doesn't involve that knee-jerk reaction. So the way you move through your day, the way you move through your life, the way you view the world, see if you can witness, first of all, you see, you hear, you experience. Is there maybe a very short gap before you react? And for me, the power is in that space before the reaction. So when you move through your day, you're witnessing, you're feeling, you're experiencing all of this phenomena that is our life, but you don't need to react straight away. With patience, with awareness, we realise maybe that we're not just our thoughts, we're not just our feelings, our emotions, we are the love. We're that infinite ocean of love, our natural state, and anything that detracts you or veils that love, outrageous really. So the way I move through my life, it's without creating a negative ripple. So if you imagine throwing a stone into a pond and these ripples, and they move not just in your immediate life, maybe those ripples carry on around the whole world. So moving through your day with kindness, compassion, but being present. So when you do find negative emotions, anger, violence, hatred, you don't push that away, but maybe there's that split second where you can reason, you can witness, and then you can react. Well, thank you for allowing me to share my thoughts, my musings with you. I share my love with you. If you like the video, it helps with the algorithm, it helps with promoting, with sharing this around the world. So please like, subscribe. I'm doing these pretty much every day these days. Press the notification bell so you hear when I put a new video up on to my channel. Well, thank you. I'm sharing the love.